the notifications go out, and we will get the show going. There it is. We are up and running. Good morning, everybody. Coming to you live deep from South Texas. I'm about 8 miles from the Mexican border this morning. It is OMKR Live with the morning show saying, hey, let's have a good morning. I hope everyone finds the day slightly better than it was before you came here. I hope it finds you happy, healthy, and whole. H to the third power, as want to know why Knives has observed this morning so far. And there's our friendly 1 minute guy. Bye-bye. Marcos, thank you very much. And thank you for being in all the lives. And you know what? Want to know why, Lives? Want to know why? Thank you for being in all the lives. I appreciate you both coming. I didn't bring my usual pile of stuff to talk about today. I forgot it. I woke up and left the house and didn't bring it. So we'll be bringing that tomorrow. We'll bring a bunch of carbon fiber to talk about. But I did, of course, bring a pocket knife. You can't leave home without that. Rule number 9. And as you know, I like to say, 1 is never enough, 2 is too few, 3 barely cuts it. So I've got number 2 here, of course. I've got number 3 here. And then I always have a number 4 in the car just in case. Burning Stables, welcome. How are you this morning? I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. H to the third power. I like to make a joke there, if you don't know, about reading, writing, and arithmetic. So I realize whole has a W. Just, so does writing. Anyway, and arithmetic has an A for that matter. So anyway, I'm flipping the Tucson, I think 300, 301, something like that. Really nice knife for my Carta Monday, but I was going to talk about carbon fiber, but I left it all at home. So I do have some stuff I want to talk about, though. If you remember, I just want to reaffirm what my channel is all about, and this is for everybody. Got to have a car knife for sure. You absolutely do. I carry a survival bracelet with a D2 little hook blade in it, so it's always right there in case. So my channel is all about promoting positivity, right? Good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. And that's what I'm after here when I'm talking to everybody and I'm doing these shows. I just want to lift everybody up. I want everyone to have a good time. We don't have to all get along. We don't have to agree. But when you come in here, we do. It stops there, and we all get along here. Okay? So that's what I'm after. The 3-piece forward findable playable. Exactly. I mean, it's the same type joke. Exactly the same. Very good. So I just wanted to make some comments. There's enough places here on the internet for people to fight and get argue and have conflicts. Let's just keep it happy and pleasant in here. And as long as we do that, I'm actually fine. Supporting people. I will never take sides on conflicts unless I see that there's just like badness being done. Okay, I'm all about goodness and kindness, right? And so if I see people behaving badly, I'm going to call it out and say, hey, be nice, turn that around, lift up the community. Because if you remember, I talked about the 4 types of people, right? You got, nice people, kind people that try to help everybody, or say pushovers, if you will. You got selfish people, the sharks out for themselves. But again, they contribute well to the world and the community because they're trying to better themselves, and usually they can end up bettering other people through it. You got the people who don't do much of anything. There's always going to be some massive amount of people like that, and there's always going to then be people who try to burn everything down, destroy everything. And those are the stupid people. We don't want stupid people. No stupid people allowed. I even have a sign: no stupid people in my home office. No stupid people past this point. We just don't allow that. Okay. So as long as everyone's doing really good things, I'm really happy to keep everyone here. So everyone, please, keep coming and stay positive and lift each other up. And the reason I'm saying that is because for a while there was some conflict going on. It seems like it's getting better. I hope it is. And I want everyone to basically be able to come in here and have a better day for having been here than they had before. It looks like my stream signal is dropping in and out, or people are just popping in and out. So if you're popping in and out, my name is Patrick. I'm a physical therapist down here in South Texas. I'm trying to get my channel built up, so anyone who can give me view hours, I appreciate it. Blessed, hi, Blessed, good morning. I appreciate it, you coming in from the West Coast there. I know it's like super early your time. My God, 7:30 your time. Thanks for being here, dude. I don't know if I would get up that early to see me. Except in the mirror, maybe, right? So anyway, so we want to keep everyone, positive, and we want this to be a place where we can come together, have a good morning, talk knives, and lift everybody up. So as long as we're all doing that, I am good with any and everyone who comes in here. And I just want to make sure I'm really clear on that, because if I'm out in the community and if I say something or if I criticize something, I just want to be clear. I'm not trying to ever be mean or anything, ever. I'm just trying to make sure that we're all being positive and lifting things up. Also, if I ever don't say hi to you, if you come in here and you say something and I somehow miss it, first of all, it always puts you on top messages. But if I ever miss it, or if I seem to not be recognizing you, keep talking. It's not that I'm not trying to. I'm just missing it for whatever reason. I will never, and I mean this most sincerely as a promise to you all, I will never ignore you all on purpose, like I was ignored the other day. I just don't tolerate that very well. Unsubscribed, I'm out of there. I don't like people who, if I go in, I say hello. I mean, I'll say hello 3 or 4 times, and if the channel moderator isn't willing to acknowledge my presence and sees chats all around me, I'm just like, I'm gone. I don't need that, right? Rudeness. We don't have any place for rudeness, right? And it just makes no sense. Why do we want rudeness in why do I want to give my time to a channel that's going to be rude to its viewers, even if it's not me, other people? So I just don't do that. Good morning, Goondocks. I haven't seen you in a long time. Thanks for coming in. Did I get these 2 sons off of you? It might have been you way back. Goondocks is a part of the B-Plex Pass Around group, and we would pass knives around, and he's given me many knives in the past to check out. So very, very appreciative. Clint, good morning. How are you, Clint? Hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. H to the 3rd power. The 3 H's, as I like to say. I am not going to try to say your name, but it looks like Ipin. That's the best as I'm going to get. Hello from Brazil. Well, thank you for coming in from Brazil. I appreciate that. My name's Patrick. I live in South Texas on the Rio Grande border, just a couple miles north of Mexico, here in the United States. And we like knives, and we're here to talk and flip knives and lift each other up. Have a better day today for having come in here. And you got the stickers in today? Awesome. That brings up something, Clint, that I wanted to talk about, and that's actually reputation. And reputation in the knife community, well, reputation period, is a crazy thing. It can take years to build up a good reputation, and it can take minutes just to ruin it. It does not take much to just have your reputation slandered and ruined, which is why, if you recall, I got very aggressive when I felt like I was being attacked. More importantly, my livelihood, my job, my career was being attacked by somebody. I got aggressive. I will defend that. That's the one time you'll catch me being negative and aggressive at someone, because I just won't tolerate that kind of encroachment, right? You can't. You just can't. But other than that, where was I going with that? Oh, reputation. Yeah, your reputation in the community is just vital in terms of how you're seen, how you're interacted with, and you want to maintain a good reputation. And it takes work. It takes supporting people, being friendly, being a part of the community. It takes, good morning, Trish. I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole and doing well. I'm having a little talk today. I forgot my stuff. I forgot my knives to bring. You know how that goes. Monday morning. So I did bring a list of stuff to talk about, though, and have fun with. So, but I'm talking about reputation because, it came to me. First of all, I'm not trying to address any specific thing in the community at all. What I am trying to address is trends in the community that I see. I haven't seen him around. Thank you, Blessed, and thank you everyone else who, just isn't going to put up with that. That's just not right. You don't threaten someone's career. You don't try to accuse them of doing things that they've never done, and just because they've got a knife from somebody. I mean, my God, that's just insane. But whatever it is. But the reputation that you get in the community is important, and it can destroy you socially pretty quick. Oh, some guy was messing with me early on a while back on my channel. It was all about the Dylan Mallory stuff, and I wasn't going to condemn Dylan without knowing what was going on. I hadn't even heard about it, and then somehow they tried to lump me in and say I was supporting him and it was all supportive of people who abuse children, which I'm absolutely not. And that's just it's just evil and disgusting. I don't understand where, and the person doing the accusations was being as evil and disgusting as the deed itself, in my opinion, because I think lying and bearing false witness is as evil or worse than almost anything else. Almost everything else our society punishes very clearly and cleanly, and it's like, you do wrong, we will punish you. If the one area that it's gray is when you slander someone or you try to ruin their reputation, and that our society does not punish, and it should punish, but it doesn't punish nearly as strongly as it should. So that's the one area where I will fight back. But I also, just like I said, I don't like rude channels. If I go into someone's channel, I say hi. I expect to at least get acknowledgement, and if I'm not getting acknowledgement, I'm not being seen, I'll try several times, and if not, then I'm gone. So that what that means is that when you come in here, I will always try to say hi to you. And if I don't say hi to you, I am not. And the reason I'm talking about this is I'm not being rude. I'm missing you for some reason. I'm on my phone. I'm on my computer. I'm distracted. So keep saying hi and keep saying hello. Speaking of which, hello, everybody. Hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. What you carrying today? What's the weather like where you are? Today it is blue skies and hot. 105. It's going to be 105. It's been 105 for the past week. It's going to be 105 for the next week. It has just been brutally hot down here. Fortunately, we had a lot of rain earlier in the spring, and so the droughts haven't gotten as bad as they could be, but they have gotten bad. So, but a part of reputation is, and the reason it came up in my mind was from Clint. You send out, if you say you're going to give away something, you give it away. You send out the stuff, right? You give. If you give someone a knife, you make sure it gets there and you give them the knife. That's your reputation on the line from the very beginning, get-go. That applies from knives to stickers to bubble gum. Yeah, I mean, you name it. That's a part of being a channel as you build up a good reputation, and that's what happened with Slicey Dicey, as we had talked about in the past. He in a matter of a month, 2 months, burnt his reputation to the ground. Maybe it was 6 months, but I mean, he just burnt it to the ground and gone. I mean, that, and he is around. He had 40,000 subs and stuff. He was around forever. Clint says it is cool and cloudy here. You're carrying your Dimco 80 20.5 today. Cool and cloudy, Clint, is, remind me, my memory's not good, Maine, and cool and cloudy means 70s, 80s, I hope, if I'm not mistaken, but let's see. But yeah, that stuff was going on. I think coming in and trying to stir up controversy and bear false witness is as evil as almost anything else that you can do. And so I'm really bad about that. I don't believe that. It also brought me thinking, this is all type of stuff I was thinking about over the weekend because I had some time to think. Good morning, Mr. Skullfire. Speaking of which, I banked some hours over the weekend. We're at 1640 or something, and it looks like they're letting me keep that much. So thank you all for who are trying to watch videos. Thank you for mixing it up and not watching the whole playlist, but start and stop a video now and then go and watch some. It's really making a difference, and I really appreciate it. And please keep doing it. Please, please, please. I can't stress that enough. It is helping. You got to change it up. You can't just hit it and run. You get that for sure. You have someone who's supposed to send you a couple things months, and they never got there. And then you're disappointed, right? Then you're all disappointed. And I'm not talking about anything's happening to me. Everyone sent stuff to me that's supposed to. This is not coming up out of any specific issue. This was just coming up out of the meanderings of my mind and just observing the community over the weekend. And I just wanted to reach out to everybody and say, hey, this is what my channel's about. Positivity. It's about being good to people. It's about giving back to you all. And it's about acknowledging people. It's about lifting you up and having you have a better day. And that's what I'm about here. And so I just wanted to reaffirm all of that. And it brings me to my next thing is what is kindness? Let's talk about kindness for a minute. Have you ever had someone do something for you that good morning, Mr. Skullfire. Have you ever had someone do something for you that they thought was kind, but it just made your life more complicated and difficult? It was really not kind at all. It's like, and then they expect gratitude. Like, gee, thanks. So I guess what I was getting, when this thought crossed my mind is that, when I say go out and do something nice for someone, do something kind for someone, we mean that. Do something that's actually going to help them. Not something that makes you feel good. because you did it, but it's something that helps them and that is kind for them. And often that involves asking, saying, "Hey, what can I do for you?" And that's worth keeping in mind. It just occurred to me that sometimes kindness isn't kind, and I see this a lot in my work. So a lot of times, and this happens with elderly people, and it's natural. It's absolutely natural for families to want to help someone move around, right? I mean, grandma's struggling to sit up in bed. Let's help her up again. All right, you're not being kind when you do that. You're actually hurting the person. And here's the deal. After the age of about 30, you start losing muscle mass. After the age of about 40, it is an issue. At 70 and 80, you start entering what's called geriatric sarcopenia, which is where you're losing enough muscle mass that if you're not staying as active as possible, you're going to get weaker, and it's going to keep happening. And so when families are helping grandma or an aunt and uncle move around because they can't move around, they help lift them up, and they don't let them walk around. They don't let them do stuff, and they. I fight with families all the time, and it's so hard to tell people, look, I know you love your mother. I know you love your grandmother, and I know you want to help her. But the best way to help her is to make her work at it. Let her struggle. Let her move. Let him move. Let him struggle. We don't want anyone to fall down and get hurt or anything. I'm always preaching, safety and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes how's the song go? You have to be cruel to be kind. Sometimes that's a real thing. So just keeping that in mind when we're going out and doing kind things and doing nice things for other people, make sure it's really a nice thing. And that actually brings up supporting channels. I'm trying to figure out the best way I want to say this. So, some of the channels on here on YouTube, not mine, thank goodness, but with your support, maybe it will start giving back to you. So any money coming in will go back to you all. But some of the channels on here on YouTube are absolutely earning a living by being on here. They're making their living trying to produce content for everyone online. People who may be homebound on mobile, and this is the community. This is their ability to reach out and be in a part of a community. And a lot of people are actually earning a living, doing just YouTube. Not as many as you would think. Most people have an outside job or whatever, but there are some. And so when you're supporting channels, we want to be positive. We want to support them. We don't want to ever be trying to belittle or drag down or drive subscribers away from people. That type of politicking is just not good, and that's the type of thing that goes back into the whole reputation thing. Doing stuff like that will get you a bad reputation. So you always want to just be lifting people up and providing good things for other people. And like I said, you always want to make sure that you're actually doing, kind stuff. And I guess the last thing I want to say is if there is conflict out there in the community, just keep me out of it. I don't ever want to be in the middle of it. My goal is to be here for you all and to have your all's day be better than, as I've said before, better than it was before. And my goal through doing that, Brown Sugar, good morning. How are you, Sharon? I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. The 3 H's. And my way to be uplifting people is through encouraging good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Just as kind of a motto for the channel. That's what I'm after. And so, we want to promote that. Absolutely. Mark, good morning. So what are you all carrying? How's the weather out there in New York, Sharon? What's in the pocket today, Mark? And I am carrying a Tucson. This Tucson I have talked about before has the best handle ergonomics of any knife I've ever handled. Sorry, cat got me. That's not a knife cut. That's a cat cut. So just so you know, cat scratch fever, But I mean, the action on this knife is a dreamlike. So thank you, Blessed. Thank you. The world will never, ever, ever be a real positive place. But, for every negative, cats are more dangerous than knives. Absolutely. Good morning, Ron Crow. How are you, sir? The world will never be a perfect place. People will never always be kind to each other. There is evil in the world. Now, I think the nicer you are, the kinder you are, and the more you surround yourself with goodness, the more protected you are from that evil. But it's still out there. Yeah, never trash someone's channel just because you don't like them. It's just not cool, and they might be trying to earn a living, and you don't know what they're going through. You never. Hey, Mick, good morning. Thank you for joining me, Mick. I don't know that I've seen you in the morning live, so I appreciate you coming. I really appreciate you coming. Please make it, and I'll be doing it live tonight again at 11:15 as well. Pretty good today. You're carrying a Savivi baby banter, and it's a cutie. Okay, yeah, yeah. Names, me and names. What's his name? Banter. My brain's not working. It'll come back to me. Anyway, yeah, Naps. Ben Peterson. There we go. I have to run through the whole list of associations, and you see my mind working, right? To get to it. Is a really good person. He's one of those persons. I'm talking about reputation. I'm talking about building up a good reputation over the years and just building a reputation for being a good person. Support his stuff if you can. Absolutely. His company, he's brought a bunch of people together that seem to be good people as well. He's surrounded himself by good people. That's the way to do it. What makes a good leader isn't the leader, by the way. It's the people he's leading or she's leading. When someone's a good leader, the leadership skill is not necessarily the main thing they have. The main thing they have is the ability to surround themselves with good people and the right people for where they need to be. For National Knife Day, thank you for reminding me. Happy National Knife Day, everybody. If you're buying any knives today, let me know what you buying. I want to know if people are shopping for knives. It's I don't know how the economy is for that, but I hope everyone is, if you can. For National Knife Day, you've got the CJRB double tap in the pocket. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, let me know if you guys are doing anything special for National Knife Day. Sadly, I'm not. I'm preparing for a huge amount of shipping. Jared's mailed out his package. Hopefully it gets here. I expect it'll get here probably by Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Friday. Regardless, I will open it all up on here, so we will see the 5 knives he sent for my giveaway. And it's that time. You haven't checked the deals yet? For me to just shout out my giveaway again. August 31st. Be there. 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm giving away at least, I've already got 5 prize packages together, including Brian Winter's Fusion, my Protect Sprint, Middle Complexes knife he sent. What was that knife I showed last week? I'm trying so hard not to want to attach my brain to it. So I'm trying not to remember it, but that beautiful integral he sent. It is a gorgeous knife. I mean, it is, and talk about a slate, a blank slate for artwork. That thing, if you want to send it to knife modders or send it to people who can anodize it and do stuff to it, that thing is set for somebody to turn into their own perfect work of art. Or have it laser etched, laser engraved. It's beautiful and pristine. It's gorgeous. Vanguard Cheetah. Thank you all. Yes, he sent me a Vanguard Cheetah, which, by the way, if you look it up, it's like a $280 knife now, $320 retail if you can get it, if it's not sold out somewhere. The Fusion is sold out. You can't get it anywhere else that I'm aware of. And speaking of which, I need to remind Brian and send him a message saying, hey, that giveaway is coming up. Thank you again so much. Just to keep him on it. I'm sure he's been busy trying to get all those out. But in addition, thank you guys. In addition, Jared Neves is sending 5 knives for me to give away. I will probably put like 3 of them in the big giveaway, so that it'll look at like 9 to 10 giveaway packages for that day, because that's going to be enough. And I'll probably save like the other 2 or 3 to do in other giveaways, like on here on the morning lives for just you guys that are regulars that come in here all the time. I'll slip them in at some point, but you guys know, I mean, you guys are here all the time. I'll try to be compassionate and watch for when everyone that are regulars are here, and I'll slip in a couple of the knives for little giveaways like that. I think I'm still making sure that that's okay with Jared, but I think that's fine. I sincerely hope it is, because it'll be fun, and that way it kind of rewards you guys for helping get me there and getting me over the hump. I'm also thinking that what I might do for that bar of silver I'm going to give away, I might actually move the bar of silver to in here, just for you guys that come in regularly, because And just because, I mean, you guys are the ones doing the real support. Everyone who comes to the live stream will just be going after the prizes, right? And that's fine. I'm hoping to get 1,000 hours of view time in from that live stream. That would be wonderful, right? But right, I'm sounding like middle complex. Oh no, I'm infected. He infected me with a mind virus, right? TC. But it would be kind of cool to get that kind of hours in. I think you do have your little knife pouch with 6 knives in it. Okay, awesome. Let's see here. CRJB Latitude, the Civivi Vision FG, the Remet Rhino, the Civivi Elite Brova, Max Ace Toucan, nice. The Kubi Drake, very nice. You know what, Mark? Yeah, on my desk at home, where my studio is. When you guys see me on the night tonight, you can check it out. I have knives laying around me everywhere. I just pick up one and play with it while I'm doing something. It just happens. Today, Mr. Skullfire is carrying a Kaiser Drop Bear. Very nice, very very nice. Blessed. If he did that, he wouldn't have. Says Mark, if I did that, I wouldn't have anything to carry. What do you mean? Oh, a roll with 6 knives in it, and that would be all your knives, Blessed? Well, you could win a knife from my giveaways. I hope you do. I would love to have you win a knife and do that. That would be wonderful. In fact, like I said, I'm gonna hold a couple back from Jared's to give to you guys in here that come in here regularly, because you guys are really wonderful, and you've been very supportive. The past month we've banked 1,600 hours in a little over a month. I mean, do you realize just how crazy good that is? And if we keep it up, we'll be on track to have the channel monetized before it goes crazy on February, where you have to have 8,000 now view hours in February to get your channel monetized. It's insane. For everyone's coming in, I'm having a big giveaway on August 31st, which you should know about on my live stream. My name is Patrick, and I like to flip knives. I like to lift everybody up. I want everyone to have a day that is better than it was before they came in here. For a moment, I saw 17 whole people in here, and then it dropped back down. Woohoo! For everyone that is in here watching, I appreciate it very much. We're all about positivity and having a better day. So I'd like to say I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. And I like to promote positivity. Let me know what you're carrying, what the weather's like where you're at, and if you want something good that's happened to you this past week or over the weekend. Mark, my wallet hurts. He's been a bad boy. Don't tell the lie. We all know what that's like, right? I like to say, never count your knives. You might find out how many you have, which is a real bummer with that whole Choil app. Oh my God, I wanted to talk about the Choil app. Guys, what is up with this Choil app, guys? I got it. I tried it out. I'm not going to get on the bandwagon with everybody else saying that it's the most wonderful thing in the world. Frankly, it sucks. The interface is cumbersome. You have to subscribe to upload any pictures. They give you, 20 free searches or whatever, free pictures or whatever. But then you have to subscribe or it's otherwise useless to you. I tried to put in information on a knife, and it kept changing the blade steel on me. I put it in 5 freaking times into the app, and every single time it would change the blade steel to something else on the knife. I was like, you know what? If your app is not going to be useful to me, I'm not going to do it. So, Choil, fix your stuff before you try to market it to everybody. And everyone who's out there chiming in and going, yeah, that Choil app's wonderful. I'm sorry, you're full of shit. I've worked with computer programs since I was like 3 years old. That thing is a piece of crap yet. It needs to be fine-tuned, and I do not like the idea that the interfaces need to be improved. The AI or whatever it is that was changing my input shouldn't be changing my stuff that I put in. It should keep it locked the way it is. That needs to be fixed. And the ability to put the pictures in, even if they just, and I can see why you wouldn't want the app to store them, but you just design the app so it stores the pictures locally on the person's phone. And then it can upload them. I mean, these are simple design things that I'm not an app designer. I'm not a programmer, but I can figure out. I mean, come on, guys. Anyway, so this Choil app is really marketing. They're dumping a lot of money into it. It's got to be coming from somewhere, guys. It just makes me nervous. It makes me wonder what's going on. So, yeah, Rochambeau was just saying how legit it was. And I guess what he did is he subscribed. And I'm sure once you subscribe, it has a lot of functionality. But if you're going to promote a free app. You know what I mean? It's not a free app. It's a subscription app, and yeah, you're going to be paying monthly for it. And Lord knows, you don't pay, you lose access to all your information, or worse. Oh, and in addition to that, there's apparently a bulletin board that posts everybody's total knife collection value, or something weird like that, that you have to specifically go and find and turn off if you don't want everyone in the world to get posts as to what you are posting and what you have. So yeah, the app has its flaws. And like I said, I try to be positive and uplift everyone, but I'm just going to tell you at the point that that thing is not ready for showtime. It reminds me a lot of a Bethesda product, to tell you the truth, in which it's got so many bugs and so many problems that they're expecting other people to fix or deal with. I'm not a fan of that at this point. So yeah, like I said, if you want to upload photos, any photos, I guess it's except for the basic 10 you can search, it is. Also, people were talking about gold backs. I'm just kind of curious. You got your collection put in. It needs to be tuned up. Yes, exactly. It's not, and you don't like. Yep. Yeah, those are exactly the list of things that I had a problem with, right? And that's and the other problem I have is how much they're pushing the viral marketing, and I get it, I do it too. I'll send people super chats to kind of promote my my giveaway or whatever on the 31st, but they've been really pushing and pushing and pushing in various live streams, and again, where's all that money coming from? It's not coming from the subscriptions. They're not charging that much that they can be giving out hundreds and hundreds of dollars a week in marketing. So they've got a marketing budget from somewhere, and just common business knowledge, right? They have a marketing budget from somewhere, and that's coming from somewhere. Some other company is funding them for whatever reason. And for good or ill, I mean, I don't know the details. I don't know the information. I'm just making the observations that this is going on. And with that going on, it leaves me nervous. It leaves me to the point where I'm not. I think I'm probably not going to end up using that app. I'm definitely not going to use it for subscription. I think the subscription idea on it is just, that it should be an opt-in thing for people who want it, and they should make the whole thing free, and then maybe have a little banner ad for knife companies, and or things like that, and work it out that way. That too, I am not a fan of. I take this back. AI videos can have a place. They can be fun. They can be entertaining. They can be whatever. Especially in shorts, they can absolutely be fun. I'm kind of fond of the Bigfoot diary logs with him talking and telling stories about how he's walking through the woods. They're hilarious, but they have no place when you're trying to actually talk to real people or market things or sell things, or you're actually trying to convince people of something. Using AI for that is insincere and suggests that you're hiding something, right? Suggests that you don't want to be seen. I don't hide anything. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I like transparency. I believe that people are going to support and buy into, even that's not the right word, but support and get behind reality stuff as opposed to the AI stuff. I really believe that's the wave of the future. Although, you hear about the swarm bots getting loose, and this AI swarm bots, we're this close. We're this close to the takeover, by the way, guys. So, by the way, AI, when you do good morning, Blue, thank you. You're on Tech Shift today. Yay. No doubt. Yeah, if you just have to do tech support, is it pretty much normal, Blue? You pick up the phone, blah, 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 blah. All right. Well, did you check to see if it's turned on? Okay. Now check to see if it's plugged in. Okay, you might want to unplug it, wait 30 seconds, and plug it back in. You guys remember the Tech Crew or whatever that TV show is? That's for real. That's really my parents were programmers, right? And that's for real. They would go through those conversations. I've heard them, absolutely heard them, where they would call. And so, like, there'll be a thunderstorm the night before. It'll knock out the power supply, and so all the surge breakers are off. You're not IT. Oh, okay. The IT crew. The power breaker, the circuit breakers would be off, or the surge protectors would be off, right? People would come in and be calling my parents. Our computers aren't running. They're not starting up. They're not working right. Something's wrong. And well, did you check to see if they're plugged in? Oh, the surge protector was off. Things like that. It really happens. People can make crazy stuff. Oh, Trish, you pack up well, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. I hope it is a better day than you had before you came in here, and I hope today just keeps getting better. Trish, go out and do nice stuff for people, and I hope your move goes well. I hope it goes very well for you. Mark, cool idea. Knife tech, yeah, they need to get their information right on the knives, and it should get better as people put in information, right? I get that. I like the idea of the community support as opposed to it all being here on YouTube. I like the idea of an app that provides the knife community with support. Again, I like all these things, but I think charging for membership that is tied to functionality is just the wrong road. I think once you start doing that, you drive people like me away. I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna pay you money to have a membership for something that I feel is being forced on me. I don't like that. So yeah, so that's where I'm at with that Choil app. Unfortunately, how about goldbacks? What do you guys think of goldbacks? I'm kind of curious. Gold and silver collecting and all that stuff, but goldbacks as a form of currency and stuff that came up in somebody's live yesterday. I don't want to pick on anyone. I have some goldbacks. In fact, I am a licensed goldback dealer, which means that and that just means I will accept them for commerce, right? So that means if I have a patient that wants to come to me for private pay and wants to pay me in goldbacks, I've already gone online and agreed to accept them for their current market rate for the services rendered. I think it's a cool idea. I don't know what you all think, but I think it's a cool idea. I am before you think it's a scam or whatever. Street tips. I think it's STREETIPS, and he does a gold silver refining channel. He went and melted a bunch of them down and assayed the actual gold content in a bunch of them. You should check it out. It's kind of an interesting concept. Basically, it's a foil gold bill, like almost like a dollar bill, that has a certain amount of gold in it, like 1/1000th of an ounce, 1/2000th of an ounce. And before you think, well, 1/1000th of an ounce, what's that, right? Well, gold's at $4,400 an ounce, so that's $4.44. It's more value than a dollar bill. So it's just kind of an interesting idea. And their current market value is because they're collectible is a little higher. I think the market value is somewhere around $7 or $8 a gold back. So about double, which is not uncommon for fractional metals. Fractional silver, fractional gold will often be 2 to 3 times more expensive than the base if you bought it by the ounce or whatever. It's just the way it is. Because of refining costs, production costs, all that type of stuff. Mark says on the Choil app, the streaming tools interest you. You're curious how well they will work on there. They have a giveaway spinner and other stuff. Yeah, I wish I could find a good one. I'm still struggling, guys. You guys have a recommendation for a good giveaway tool that integrates with YouTube that I can use ideally for free? Better yet, has to work on my phone so that I can show it to you all on the laptop, because I have no idea how to do it any other way. So we're going to have to do it on the phone, hit the spin, and then have you guys see it while I'm doing it. That's the only other. I probably we're just going to play the number game, but it depends on how many people show up. If there's too many people, I got to come up with an alternative to have ready just in case. So we'll see how that goes. Drop beacon. Let me write that down. Drop beacon. Okay. Yeah, I'm open to anything because I've searched online and everything is, again, subscription or only for random picker, or only for Instagram. I have not been able to find anything specifically for YouTube except random comment picker and stuff, and it doesn't work real well on the phone. So I'm at a loss in trying to figure out how I'm going to do this giveaway now. So I'm open to any ideas that you guys have, any input that you guys have. I would appreciate on how we can do this giveaway. Maybe think about it today, and if you can tell me later tonight when I do my live stream tonight at 11:15, it would be kind of cool. Yeah, they are new, and a lot of people are using it. And I'm not, like I said, I tried it out. Just for you all, I wanted to try it out. I also tried it out for me, obviously. But yeah, I don't like it. It would not let me put in something that I mean, I put in a knife. I told it what steel it was, and then it kept changing the steel to MagnaCut. And not MagnaCut, it's M390, Bowler M390, Bowler M390. Like 5 times I tried to input this knife, and it was just awful. Bingo ball basket. Well, see, so here's my concern, Mr. Skullfire. If we only have under 100 people in the live stream, which is likely, the numbers game works fine. We can have mods and me and on the computer. I can kind of track it. You're talking about drop beacon. Okay. Oh, you mean drop beacon is being used? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I will definitely check it out. Thank you. The numbers game will work just fine if it's under 100 people or 150 people. But if it gets to be more than that, I need something as a backup that I can absolutely use. Because trying to do 10 giveaways, actually trying to do 10 giveaways at the numbers game is going to be insane, let alone trying to do that if there's a lot of people. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm going to have to plan accordingly. And if it gets too out of control, it just gets too out of control and we have fun with it, right? Again, I'm a positive person. I'm not going to let it get me down, and I'm not going to let it get you all down. We will have fun with this, and it will be a blast no matter how it goes. But I just want to have, what is it they say? You hope for the best, but you plan for the worst. And so I'm planning for contingencies where I have so many people that I can't handle it, can't do it. Not that that's going to happen, but I'm planning for it. That way, you don't have problems, right? Just the way I was taught to do things, I guess, in business and stuff. And that goes back to that whole reputation thing again. You know, I want to try to maintain a good reputation of being following through on my word, I guess, is the best way of putting it. You know, you want to follow through on your word, and I'm having this giveaway, so I'm following through on it, right? I just want to make sure it goes off well. I want it to be entertaining for everybody, and I want it to go well. So we will see how it goes. I'm thinking also about putting out several small videos, not shorts, but small videos, like one for each prize package, just to discuss that particular prize package and what you're going to be getting. So you guys maybe will see those coming up in the next few days before the weekend to have it. And in fact, maybe use that as the way for people to get in on each individual prize or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some way to do it that just really helps out the channel to get views and view time. So yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Each prize package has its own video, and then if you don't want to enter for that one, you don't have to. Yeah, it's all good. You know, I don't care about stickers and hanks and whatever. I just want the big knives. Okay, enter those videos. Maybe something like that. But if we're playing the numbers game, none of that will matter. But I'll have those videos ready so that you guys can we can say, okay, here's 10 minutes. Everyone take 10 minutes. You go find your videos, pick the ones you want, and leave your comment under them or something. You guys will have a head start because you will know what the routine is if that's the way we go. So we'll figure out something. I like to have fun with these types of things. If you have gone back and watched my other giveaways in the past, we did just a hat drawing where my daughter drew names out of a hat. Things like that. We've had fun with it in the past, but with technology, we ought to be able to even have more fun with it, right? So, just again, everyone, I'm carrying the Tucson. I think it's just a 300 or 301. I am horrible with Tucson sum numbers. One of the best knives, though, of my collection: titanium, subframe lock, and action that is a dream. I mean, these are This has got to be one of the smoothest knives I've ever owned, really. Um, just for reference, I did have a bunch of knives to bring. I was going to talk about carbon fiber today. So I guess tomorrow we will talk about carbon fiber, and then maybe Wednesday I'll talk about pins or something. But I was going to talk about carbon fiber today, and or maybe I'll talk about carbon fiber tonight's live stream. We'll see. We'll work it out. It's hard to come up with topics, by the way, every day to talk about. Just so you guys know, I appreciate you all helping and suggesting things to talk about when you can. It is a big help just to throw comments in that get me going on a random subject. So, as I was talking about earlier, I was talking about reputation in the community and how important it is and how badly it can mess you up to get a bad reputation. So I want to encourage everyone to keep supporting other people, keep doing nice things, and keep being good people. If you have good thoughts, good words, and good deeds, you will have a good reputation. I mean, it goes hand in hand. You can't avoid it. So that's why I want to promote those things: good thoughts, good words, and good deeds, as kind of a motto for my channel. Just it's the way to go. And doing good deeds, doing kind things for other people, make sure that they're actually really kind things. You can think you're having fun or being nice, and maybe it's not. So I just want to always encourage people to be careful and make sure you are actually being kind when you're doing kind things for people. Don't help grandma up if she's struggling. Let her struggle for a while. It's good exercise, that type of thing. So what all happened? So everyone, if you can, I know I've asked this a couple times and I haven't seen anything. Well, first of all, anyone buying anything special for National Knife Day? Happy National Knife Day again. Also, some jokes don't land well. Yeah, absolutely not. They really don't. Sarcasm can come across as spite if you're not careful, or even humor can come across as negativity if you're not careful. What is something good that has happened to you over the past couple weeks coming in here? I am just... You back? You had to take the dogs out. All right. Feed your mother and get her morning going. Absolutely, Mick. And doing kind things for people. That's what I'm talking about. Taking care of people. That's an ultimate kindness. But remember, let her struggle to move. Make her work at it. Don't let her just get away with you helping her with everything. She has to struggle some, or she continues to get weak or weaker. Okay. And I was just talking about this morning. Amazing. My psychic stuff must have been kicking in again. It just happens that way. Yeah, what's something nice? Not good for National Knife Day. Well, if you do PayPal, it usually takes them a day to put it in your account. Shh, I didn't say that. Anyway, you tell her that every day. Awesome. Good on you, man. Good on you. Way to take care of her, because you're taking care of someone. You want them to do the best you can. Yeah, sorry about that, Mark. I don't suggest that. I don't recommend that. I'm actually, unfortunately, credit is the bane of our society, isn't it? The fact that we can get just about anything we want, we're just gonna have to suffer for it later. Yeah, that's the rough part of credit nowadays. I'm actually okay. So this thing's actually, after what, a half hour of flipping it, 45 minutes of flipping it, starting to get my thumb a little bit sore. So there you go. The thumb studs are a little on the rough side. I guess I can just start going middle finger, huh? You found a random phone and returned. That absolutely does count, Mr. Skullfire, as doing something kind for somebody. Absolutely does count. And that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Yeah. And for that person, hopefully they got the phone back. Hopefully that's a good thing that happened to them too. So yeah. So I mean, a good thing that's happened to me is, I mean, obviously I've mentioned this and I keep saying this, you guys coming in here is the best thing that's been happening to me lately. And the kindness has been shown to me by some veterans in the knife community. Those are the kinds of things that are reaffirming about my reputation, right? Reaffirming. But they're also the kinds of things that that encourage me to do the same thing, to be more kind, to help other people, stuff like that. So as a recipient of kindness, over the past couple weeks, it absolutely breeds kindness. It encourages me to go in and be and do more kind things. And so that's kind of where I'm going with that. And I just want everyone to think about something good that's happening. I know Bless just had a couple of good things happen fairly recently. Don't have to tell us about them, but that's okay. I know about them. And that's good. I'm glad. And that's what I want for everybody. If at all possible, I want good things to happen for you. I want you to go out and I want your day to be full of joy and sunlight and happiness, even if the world is bearing down upon you. Let that ray of sunshine in, and let that day be a little bit better. No matter how big the elephant you have to eat is, you're still going to only be able to eat it one bite at a time. So it is what it is. You address your problems the little bit you can, and let the day be a good day. And all the rest of the stuff tends to get better. It really does. And that's my message with this channel. And it will be and continue to be is, everyone come in here, have a smile, have a better day, go do something nice for someone. That'll be my message. And come and win some knives. Flip knives with me. Talk about knives and have a good morning about knives. That's what we're gonna really always be about. So I just want to keep reaffirming that. I'm gonna keep reaffirming that probably almost every show that I do, just so that I don't lose focus and I don't lose track, because it's easy to get caught up in the day to day, in your own day to day struggles, and my own day to day stuff. I don't think you can eat it. Well, we're talking about that proverbial elephant in the room. Yeah, we're talking about that proverbial elephant. You eat it one by. Basically, when you have a problem that's so big it's overwhelming, right? The joke goes. I know you're making a joke, Mr. Skullfire. I get it. But the idea is that you can only address it one little bit at a time. No matter how many problems you got, you can only fix one problem at a time. Sometimes fixing one problem will fix a bunch of others. Don't get me wrong. You should be intelligent and fix the one that is at the core of all the other problems if you can, and then it saves you having to fix those as opposed to peeling them back like an onion. But sometimes, they're just so many and so bad that you just have to peel them back like an onion. That just is the way it goes. And that's often the way life is. Sometimes it's an onion that you have to peel, and sometimes it's an apple that you can just chop the core out of. Anyway, horrible allegories there. But still, it gets the idea across. But yeah, I think eating an endangered animal is probably frowned upon. Although, aren't there those weirdos that do like culinary groups that like they like want to eat weird things like endangered animals and stuff? And it's like, what is wrong with people in the world? I really think that there's something wrong with a lot of people in the world. I don't know what it is, but I think there's something wrong with them. I would go so far to argue demon possession and stuff like that at some point, whether or not you're religious. But like I said, I like to keep religion out. So let's just say something's wrong with them. But there seems to be something. You know what? I'm convinced, in addition to the lack of Gen X freedom that we had, younger people today, oh my God, I sound old. People today in general, and not even younger people, I mean, older people too, have had a combination of poor elephants cooked in onions and apples. There you go. Life is fragile. Be kind, giving, and appreciate everything you have. Absolutely, Mick, brother. That is. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. Especially being on the kind part, because when you put goodness out into the world, goodness tends to come back for the most part. Like I said, there will be opportunistic evil out there that will swoop in and try to screw with people. It happens. You defend yourself. Just because you're a kind person does not mean you're a pansy or a passive pushover. Alliteration at its finest. It means that you are an individual who is going to be nice up to a line. And then once that line is crossed, that's it. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way it should be. I think you should always tell people what that line is. But yeah, that's the way it should be. You shouldn't sabotage people and surprise them and say, no, you've crossed the line with me, when they never knew what it was. And that's not right either. But yeah, you get the idea, I think. Elephants cooked in onions and apples. I'm sure, I don't know that apples grow in Africa. Uh-oh. Did I just lose a patient? That's awful. Oh, not on today's, oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I just lost a referral. Darn it. They just canceled. So, I'm getting messages I'm working while I work here, you know. That's the nature of my business. You would be surprised how many people do not appreciate therapy at home. You would be really surprised. I don't know what it is, but you know, if you go out to a clinic, right, and you're trying to set up appointments and stuff, right, and you take the appointments they have. You should take the appointments they have, right? You don't have a choice, right? If they say, well, we only have 3 o'clock open tomorrow, you take the 3 o'clock appointment if you want tomorrow. That's the way it works. In home health, you would be surprised how, and again, I'm trying to be positive, how entitled people are. They're like, no, we're only available between the hours of 11 and 1. No, sorry, 11:30 and 1. Really? Well, then you don't need therapy, do you? You're that busy. I'm glad that you're doing so well. I hope you have a wonderful day. Anyway, I would never actually say that, but those are the thoughts that go through my mind. Sadly, they shouldn't, but they do. Chef Rocky, I haven't seen you in here before. Thank you for coming in and joining us. If you are not subscribed, please make sure you are subscribed. We have some basic rules: no politics, religion, or sex, just to keep the conflict down. This is a positive channel. I want everyone to have a better day. And how do you get a referral? You'd have to fly me out. I want you to have a better day, and I want you to leave here and go do something nice for someone else later today, if you can. Those would be the things that this channel is about. There, Chef Rocky. How do you get a referral for therapy? Yeah, home health therapy. You have to have a doctor's in the referral. I only contract with home health companies, so you have to be receiving home health through a nursing company, and then that company refers me to go out and do the therapy. So, and that's how that works. I know you were kind of joking, but if someone ever wanted to fly me out to another state to work with them on a personal level, I would not be able to call it therapy because I wouldn't be licensed in that state, but I could certainly use my skills to help them. If someone's super rich and wants to do that and they need my skills, I would be happy to help them. But it would be a lot easier just to do a video conference over the phone, frankly, and something like that where I could help you. Yes, Chef Rocky, I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. I like to say the 3 H's, or H to the third power. I'm making fun of reading, writing, and arithmetic, just in case you didn't catch it. So, good to hear that you're doing well. Okay, come on, Blue. Good morning. Okay, Blue. There we go. Blue, Mick is saying good morning, and I want you to say good morning back. So, Chef Rocky, what are you carrying today? Actually, everyone who hasn't told me what they're carrying, Blue, tell me what you're carrying today. I've only got a few more minutes here before it's going to be time for me to take off. Chef Rocky is no noob. I know, but I haven't seen him in here in my chats, is what I was saying. I didn't say I hadn't seen him in the community. I've seen him over in everyone else's shows. That's I know that. So what you carrying? Yes, like I said, I've seen him around. I'm appreciating he's being here. I just want to make sure he knows he's subscribed to my channel, and make sure that he knows that I'm trying to get as many hours in as I can. So go watch some videos, watch some prior lives. Check out what I've got getting my big giveaway on August 31st at 10 a.m. on this live stream. We're having a big giveaway. That one will be coming from my home studio, though, where I do it at night. It's going to be huge. We've got a Brian Winters fusion that will be given away by Brian Winters. He will be sending that directly to whoever. We have the guys help me out again with that cheetah. What's the name of the company? I've got a cheetah integral. It's a beautiful knife. Man, brain damage when it comes. I want to own that knife, and my brain's rejecting it completely, so that I don't try to own it. And that's what's going on there. Beautiful knife, beautiful presentation, wooden box. It's just gorgeous. Rocky has a Hinder Eclipse Auto Vanguard Cheetah. Yes, my middle complex into Vanguard Cheetah. Um, uh, Jared Neves is sending like 5 knives, and we'll probably carry over to other giveaways later on. But there'll be like a big 10 item giveaway set up for August 31st. My birthday is a reverse birthday to give to you. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you all stuff on my birthday. Just keep that in mind. And the goal is to encourage everyone in the community to kind of do the same thing. Let's all start reverse birthday giveaways on our birthdays out there. If you have a channel, it'd be kind of fun. Not that most of the time people do stuff like that anyway. It's just kind of fun. At home, so you only have one knife with you. How dare you? One is never enough. Two barely cuts it. I mean, no, two is too few. Three barely cuts it. Four is what you need. Anyway, I could never get that right. I'm not doing very good. Mark, are we racing? Racing? Who's racing? Oh, to get the comment out? the if that's what you're talking about, the Kaiser Vanguard Cheetah. Yeah, it's a very very nice knife. I'm giving away a ProTech Sprint with the milled handles and the mother of pearl button. Gorgeous knife. Beautiful little auto. It should be legal everywhere. We also have a Vero Fulcrum pry bar that is a custom. And so if you ain't first, you're last. Yeah, you know what. I've got two others that go with that, Mark. Here, you ready for them? All right. Are you a leader of the pack? Are you a member of the herd? And also, if you ain't the lead dog, the view never changes. So anyway, yeah, I like those. I like your deadlock. Ooh, nice knife. I'm at home, so you have 15 knives around. Like, you know what? I've played with the deadlock. I've been fortunate enough to play with one of the heavier titanium, big thick ones. Very very nice knife. I wish I could get my hands on one to own, but that ain't gonna happen anytime soon, is it? So very very nice knives though. The Hawk deadlocks are. If you ever get a chance to play with one and check it out as a knife collector or connoisseur, get your hands on it. Even if it's just to see for a minute, get your hands on it because it is a gorgeous knife. It's pressure that makes diamonds. It sure is. Heat too. Don't forget the heat. Heat and pressure. Yeah. So when the heat is on. So speaking of heat, it's time for me to get going to go see my next patient. I want to wish all of you an absolutely wonderful day. This is the part where, well, first of all, thanks for coming. Please go out and do something nice for someone. Open a door, say hi, smile. Do something kind for someone and see what it does for your day and what it does for your world. It will change your world. So go out and do that. A chance to quote Rick Bobby. All right, this is the part where you get to stare. Member of the herd, a lone wolf, right? This is the part where you get to stare up my nostrils while I send this to thing. Oh, custom, by the way, Thai green and magnet. Gorgeous, Rocky, gorgeous. Send me a picture of it on Instagram. I want to see it, please. But anyway, you get to stare at my nostrils here while I send this off to production. You all have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Please be here tomorrow. Also tonight at about 11:15, I'm going to go live again after I do my paperwork. I'm trying to get the hours in. I got to get 4,000 hours before February, and I wanted to get 3,000 before my birthday. We'll see if we get there. We're getting closer. We're getting a lot closer. We're doing pretty good. But they're taking hours away, so you can't just spam a playlist. You actually have to watch videos or have them on in the background and change them up. But if you can, please go do that, and we'll send this to production. You all have an absolutely wonderful day. If you're still here, I will wish you a wonderful day again.